when you take that 8-level approach, something you have to understand is this. Most women are not used to men who are a certain level of masculine, men who are a certain level of dominant, men who are upfront about their sexual intentions in a way. And especially depending on the environment. Like, let's say you're talking to a woman online or whatever it is. It's better for a woman to view you the way that you're going to approach her before she views you that way. I mean, before you approach her that way. But it's not always going to work like that. You get what I'm saying? And in these particular instances, a woman may come up with a shit test. Because you have to understand that there are a lot of guys who will pretend to be a certain way when they're not really that type of way. So a woman's defense mechanism against that, is something that to a weak man would be seen as disrespect. Understand what I'm saying? And that's kind of how a shit test works. A woman will, when you throw her a curveball, right? Most women, especially if she's attractive, what she's used to is guys who say something in passing, right? Like they're catcalling and not really having real intentions behind it. They're just trying to get lucky. They're just throwing a Hail Mary. And then they're also used to guys who are not upfront about their sexual intentions and who are just trying to get to know them and treat them as a prize and put them on a pedestal, put the pussy on a pedestal. What you got to understand is that a woman has to see if you're a man who's going to stand on the square and not just a man who's trying to use a strategy to get at a woman when that's not really how you are. So a woman will throw you a curveball. You have to be willing to risk rejection to take that directly sexual approach, right? Now, there's a difference between a woman who just ignores your advances, right? Or a woman who is just being outright disrespectful and just not fucking with you at all. And even then, in some of those instances, if you check that woman on the spot or you stand your ground on what you want, what you're trying to do, or you're willing to walk away when she's not fucking with what you putting down, that woman will change her whole mindset. She'll change her whole attitude. Oh, I was just playing. Or, oh, no, everything's cool. Oftentimes, you got to hurt a woman's ego a little bit. And I ain't talking about just outright just negging a woman and trying to manipulate her. But I'm just talking about letting it be known that you can take it or leave it and you're going to be cool either way. See, part of approaching a woman directly on a sexual level is about not being afraid of the rejection that may come. That shows sexual confidence. And when this particular type of instance occurs, the woman may use the Delilah syndrome. You know what I mean? She may try to get her way out of it. And I'm not talking about a woman who just don't want to fuck with you. I'm talking about a woman who is feeling some anxiousness or she's feeling unsure about you. See, a woman's way of dealing with of being unsure about a man and the way he presents himself is to throw him a curveball and to see if he's gonna bite on that. So she may try to make the conversation really non-sexual and say that, you know, she want to get to know you first. She's not comfortable yet. Or a woman may ask you about something completely unrelated. Or a woman may say some wild shit. And when you first meet a woman, you haven't established yourself with that woman yet as a masculine dominant man and what she's seeing consistently within your behavior and your actions and your mindset. So she don't know if you're a man who's just asking for pussy or who's just saying something you heard somebody else say. So she may throw you a curveball because you already threw her a curveball. You got to understand that when situations work in that particular way, if you're able to bypass that, keep it pushing, or check her if the way she responded is disrespectful, or disseminate the situation, you know what I mean? Able to take that energy she has to flip it, or show that you ain't fucking with disrespect, the woman gonna fuck with you. But it's a difference between checking versus being butthurt, right? If you feel truly disrespected by a woman, the best thing to do is to walk away, right? But sometimes a woman just wants to test your emotional discipline to see if you're real about what you talk about, to see if you're real on your stance. And if you bypass that, then you in a position where you good. Her energy's gonna change. But when you first meeting her, there may be a couple instances like that. Not everybody, but there may be a few instances like that, where she's gonna feel that particular way about it. She gonna test you or whatever it is. And then she gonna feel your energy and then she gonna get with it. But that's just something you gotta understand. So this is Coach Brody. I'm out.